This is another TYSK report. Those articles are lined up on the docket, so let's go ahead and start off with our first article talking about Sanctuary AI. Sanctuary AI integrates tactical sensors into Phoenix general-purpose robots. One challenge of building general-purpose and humanoid robots is training them for dexterous manipulation. Sanctuary AI announced that it has integrated new tactical sensors into its Phoenix robots. This will enable teleoperated pilots to more effectively conduct complex, touch-driven tasks with precision and accuracy, said the company. With tactile sensing, robots depend on video to interact with their environments, noted Dr. Jeremy Fischel, principal researcher at Sanctuary AI. With video alone, you don't know you've touched something until well after the collision has physically caused the object to move. In addition to improving accurate manipulation, Sanctuary said tactical sensing will provide richer behavioral data to make embodied physical AI models more robust and performant. CEO Wells cited Sanctuary's hydraulic actuation and sensing approach and the need to be able to adjust robotic grasping. The company had built 5 generations of robotic grippers, but it chose hydraulics for their flow, resolution, miniaturization, and sensitivity. Wells stated that our tactical sensors enable reliable and confident fine manipulation when vision is occluded, unlocking capabilities such as blind picking, slippage detection, and prevention of excessive force application, all broadening the scope and range of tasks for our general-purpose robots. Phoenix finger pads include a 7-cell touch sensor with micro-barometers like those made affordable in smartphones, Wells explained. As labor shortages affect businesses worldwide, many are struggling to fill key roles, noted Sanctuary AI. The company asserted that making its robotic hand more dexterous will enable general-purpose robots to tackle tasks across industries, including automotive, distribution and logistics, energy, retail, utilities, and more. Wells also added that if you've ever piloted a robot without touch sensors, it's very cognitively heavy because you're straining your eyes and are very conservative in your motions because you don't want to break the robot or knock the part off the table. And while other humanoid developers are working on legged mobility, Sanctuary AI is staying focused on dexterous manipulation. So with more and more of this news coming out when it comes to humanoid robots, all these companies are working on something to make these humanoid robots better and get them to the point that is close to perfection to make them more capable of completing different real-world tasks. Now, a word to point out from that article was teleoperation. I do wonder if there's going to come a point later on down the road where some companies are going to want to have humanoid robots working in their warehouses, but will want to have some type of human oversight. And with this teleoperation, I wonder if there are going to be positions where people are going to be at a job site in one part of the world and be operating the robot in another part of the world. And with this tactical sensing, it's going to give them more abilities to do a lot more with the humanoid robot, which would enhance the robot's abilities and the person's abilities to get a certain job done. Bayraktar TB2T-AI breaks records for battlefield drones. Bayraktar has unveiled the next evolution of its renowned battlefield drones program, the Bayraktar TB2T-AI. Since its debut as Turkey's first domestic unmanned combat aerial vehicle, UCAV, in 2014, the Bayraktar TB2 has gained renown on the battlefield. The next generation Bayraktar TB2T-AI boasts a powerful turbo engine. During its testing phase, the aircraft smashed its own altitude record, breaking by soaring to 30,318 feet. Not only can it climb to 30,000 plus feet in under 30 minutes, but it also sustains high altitudes longer than its competitors, giving it a crucial edge in combat scenarios. With a maximum speed of 160 knots, which is about 300 kilometers an hour, an increased maximum takeoff weight, and a higher payload capacity, the TB2T-AI is engineered to perform longer missions and carry out more complex operations. These advancements make it an invaluable asset to any battlefield scenario requiring persistence, speed, and flexibility. What sets the Bayraktar TB2T-AI apart from its current peers is the powerful AI systems integrated into its architecture. Equipped with 3 next-generation AI computers, the UCAV offers fully autonomous flight capabilities, ensuring resilience even in electronic warfare environments. Since joining Turkey's military inventory in 2014, the Bayraktar TB2 has supported a vast array of missions for agencies such as the Turkish Armed Forces, the National Intelligence Organization, and and the Gendarmerie General Command. Not confined to military operations, the Bayraktar TB2 has also demonstrated exceptional utility in civilian missions, including wildfire detection, search and rescue efforts, and earthquake response. I've talked about something similar to this, where I do believe that more warfare is going to be fought using autonomous technology and drones and vehicles where there's not going to be a person involved or even operating those devices. Also, one thing I was not familiar with was how these type of drones could be utilized for other purposes outside of warfare. In the future, not only are we going to be seeing smaller drones like these ones from DJI and other companies, we're going to be seeing big ones like the ones that we just previously saw, and with more and more approval of states in the US and other countries giving companies access to fly those drones above people's heads on a more consistent basis, this is something that I think is going to become familiar to lots of people in the future. Also, on the flip side of this, there's always that moment where I think about if these type of drones or this technology that is unmanned and operating on its own would be able to abort the mission and do whatever it wants to do. I'm very interested to see how these companies are programming these unmanned devices to go against that or prevent that from ever happening. German startup wins accolade for its fusion reactor design. Proxima Fusion, a 2-year-old German nuclear fusion startup, has published plans for a working fusion power plant in a peer-reviewed journal in what is being touted as an important change in the race to generate limitless energy. Today's nuclear fission reactors create radioactive waste, whereas nuclear fusion releases vast amounts of energy with zero carbon emissions and only minimum radiation. Tokamaks and stellarators are types of fusion reactors that use electromagnets to contain fusion plasma. Proxima's Stellaris design is the first peer-reviewed fusion power plant concept that demonstrates it can operate reliably and continuously without the instabilities and disruptions seen in tokamaks and other approaches. Founded 2 years ago, Proxima has raised $35 million in funding from the European Union and German government, along with $30 million in venture capital. The company aims to build a fully operational fusion reactor by 2031. So that's just some of the latest news related to energy, and 2031 seems like it could be very far away, but it's going to be here before we know it. So everyone around the globe is racing to figure out how they can get close to having the type of energy that they need to power the different projects and ambitions that they have when it comes to the agendas for these countries and the goals that they have for the future. Polycam's new iPhone update lets you 3D scan rooms in seconds, stitch them together, edit with a team, and automatically generate floor plan PDFs. Polycam, a leader in photorealistic 3D capture technology through its iPhone and iPad app, has introduced Vision 25, a major update designed to enhance 3D scanning, documentation, and collaboration capabilities across mobile and the web. Built for professionals and enterprises working in architecture, engineering, construction, and product design, Vision 25 introduces 3 key innovations: Space Mode, Scene Editor, Spatial Report, along with several workflow improvements that make reality capture more accessible and powerful. According to Chris Heinrich, Polycam's co-founder and CEO, the company is evolving from a consumer-focused application into a full-scale enterprise tool. Polycam is already widely adopted, with more than half of the Fortune 500 using its platform. To date, users have scanned over 2 billion square feet of real-world space. This latest release pushes the platform further into professional and commercial use cases. Now with Space Mode, it allows users to scan homes, buildings, and industrial facilities using LiDAR-equipped iPhones and iPads, automatically generating multiple outputs, including a texture 3D model, a vectorized model, and a 2D floor plan. For large-scale projects, Scene Editor enables users to merge multiple 3D captures into a single, unified scene available on the iPhone and iPad mobile apps, as well as on the web. This capability is particularly useful for visualizing multi-floor buildings, assembling construction site layouts, and designing complex interiors. Spatial Report is an AI-driven feature that generates detailed PDF reports of captured spaces, including dimensions, total volume, wall area, and window and door measurements. Reports boast a 99.3% accuracy rate, rivaling professional-grade laser measurement tools. Polycam is already widely used in industries beyond architecture and construction. Some notable applications include surgical equipment planning, forensics and law enforcement, and cultural preservation. So if you are someone out there who is in a profession or or who uses some type of technology related to this, you should try out this Polycam tool, because maybe it's the tool that you would need to boost your productivity, make you more efficient, and get you closer to achieving the goals that the company has for the year. Figure AI studies Helix model and preps humanoids for logistics. Figure AI recently introduced a real-world application for its humanoid robots and Helix model, package manipulation for triage and logistics. Package handling and sorting is a fundamental operation in logistics. It often involves transferring packages from one conveyor belt to another while also ensuring that the shipping labels are correctly oriented for scanning. The Figure 02 humanoid robot must determine the optimal moment and method for grasping the moving object and reorienting each package to expose the label. Furthermore, it needs to track the dynamic flow of numerous packages on a continuously moving conveyor and maintain a high throughput. Since the environment can never be fully predictable, the system must be able to self-correct. Addressing these challenges isn't only a key application of Figure's business, it also yielded generic new improvements to Helix System 1 that all other use cases now benefit from, the company said. Figure AI claimed that its system now has a rich 3D understanding of its environment, enabling more precise depth-aware motion. While its previous System 1 relied on monocular visual input, the new System 1 uses a stereo vision backbone coupled with multi-scale feature extraction network to capture rich spatial hierarchies. Also, by using the Learn Calibration and Visual Proprioception module, Figure was able to apply the policy initially trained on a single robot's data to multiple additional robots. It's always fun to see these videos and see these humanoid robots in real time as they advance and grow and get better at what they do. With this only being March, I'm very excited and I look forward to other news that is going to come from Figure later on this year. Startup co-founded by longevity guru Peter Attia emerges from stealth. Longevity is a hot trend in Silicon Valley these days, driven by rising interest, especially among the wealthy, in preventing disease through regular testing. A new player, Biograph, has just emerged from stealth, and it's co-founded by one of the biggest names in longevity science, Dr. Peter Attia. Biograph calls itself the world's most advanced preventative health and diagnostics clinic. It currently has a location in Silicon Valley with plans to open in New York City this quarter and eventually expand globally, according to an announcement on its website. The startup says it will collect over 1,000 data points across 30+ evaluations to paint a holistic picture of someone's health and optimize their lifespan. It doesn't come cheap. Its core membership costs $7,500 per year, while the premium Black membership, which it says provides the deepest insights, runs $15,000. Biograph claims that over 15% of members have reported discovering urgent or life-altering health insights through its services. While Biograph's announcement doesn't mention AI, the company is currently looking for a founding AI engineer to build an AI-powered assistant, according to its career page. So as technology continues to get better, lots of companies and people in this world are going to be looking for ways to extend their life and the lives of humans. So I think this is one of the most important use cases of technology, and it's going to give many people insight in relation to what's going on with them. Now, those different price points of $7,500 and $15,000 are going to be out of the price range of lots of people around the world. So I think sometime in the future, something like this is going to be offered to everyone, where they can take those diagnostics and utilize them to create a healthier lifestyle for themselves, where they can live a lot longer and have a happier existence on this planet. Self-driving technology is being added to 100 hauling trucks. Silicon Valley startup Pronto announced a deal for its autonomous haulage system, AHS, applied to more than 100 trucks operated by Heidelberg Materials worldwide. Pronto plans to supply the technology to the German company over the next 3 years, also becoming its exclusive provider of autonomous technology in North America under the agreement. As part of the deal, AHS would be used at more than a dozen sites across North America, Europe, and the Asia-Pacific region. The company said AHS is designed for rugged, complex environments such as quarries and mines. It uses artificial intelligence, global navigation satellite systems, and cameras, eschewing expensive technology such as LiDAR and radar, allowing Pronto to bring down the cost of negating the need for staff-controlled rooms. AHS also benefits from being OEM agnostic, meaning it can be retrofitted to existing vehicles. The technology could bring increased efficiency due to reduced idling and productivity gains of up to 20%. By teaming up with Pronto, we will deploy a scalable scalable solution to our fleet of haul trucks that will contribute significantly towards our production efficiency, safety, and sustainability efforts, while also addressing the challenge of recruiting skilled operatives, Hildeberg's Chief Technical Officer Axel Conrads said in a statement. So, more self-driving tech is being implemented in different vehicles. It looks like more of this is going to happen as time progresses. So whether it's on a construction site, at the airport, on roads, or in parking lots, or in warehouses, seeing different vehicles operate without someone behind the wheel is going to become the norm in the future. And I'm very interested to see where this technology is going to be implemented next. VR Sports Sim Racket Club adds pickleball, table tennis, and more. Developed by Resolution Games, Racket Club lets you work up a sweat in virtual reality with unique takes on sports such as box tennis and spinmenton. The recent major update introduces pickleball as an official sport in both multiplayer and single player with AI bots. This also adds another new sport, table tennis, now available in the lab, a testing area where players can trial new athletics. Since its launch, Racket Club's content has quadrupled, evolving from a single sport to a full-fledged multi-sport virtual sports club where players can engage in a variety of racket-based games, socialize, and hone their skills, explained Resolution Games Chief Creative Officer Matthew Castelli. So that's another TYSK report, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And to always stay informed, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe, check out these two videos right here. Let me know what you think down in those comment sections of those videos, and stay tuned for the next one.